Daniel's Dread Tales is a show for grown-ups. It contains adult language and adult themes. Please check the episode description for content warnings.
Hello and welcome to Daniel's Dread Tales, where we're going to be playing Prolonging the Tragedy. A Forged in the Dark system I made myself to encourage my castmates to play shitheads. In my setting is the far future, the year 46. Earth is amazing. Beachfront property abounds with tropical temperatures all year round, and advancements like AI, self-driving cars, and automation are just a couple years away from making all our lives so much easier. Not that Earth matters much, though. For all the sci-fi doodads and futurism, some things are universal, like ill-advised thrill-seeking.
The Splash-Teroid was founded in 4 when Richard Neighborkill purchased the property from the Twilight Corporation and set about turning a faltering mining operation into the greatest water-based amusement park the galaxy has ever known. Though some of the equipment and facilities were repurposed, features like the Megawave Pool, Micrograph World, and of course, the galaxy-famous Scepter were all finalized by Neighborkill Industries.
Alright, I'm just going to launch into it here. Well, there it is, the Splash Droid. It's seen better days, but you know everything that matters still works. The magic of this place is more than just childhood nostalgia. Even if the jovial grin at once affixed to the place is slackened into an expression akin to a vast mute screen of horror and pain, the water should still be clean and flowing. No, the real problem was getting in. The site has been off limits to the public since a collision with a meteor damaged some of the lower extremities. But luckily, you know a guy who knows a guy who can get you in. Alice. The guy you know is named Mike, but he's not important to the story. Anyway, Alice should be on the landing platform to greet you. Who is you, by the way? Let's hear your name, pronouns, and a little bit about your character, starting with Daniel.
My name is Daniel Fernandez, he, him, and my character that I am playing is Martin, also he, him. He is a little bit stuck up. He would say that he has a love of the finer things in life. Other people might call him a hater. And he, in particular, loves a good cigar. But he actually doesn't really like cigars too much, but he likes that he could get illegal cigars. From Space Cuba, I guess? I don't know.
That makes sense.
Whatever the equivalent would be. Yeah.
Nathan, let's hear from you.
Hi. Nathan here. Pronouns he, him. And I will be playing Patty. Her pronouns are she, her. And look, she just likes party drugs, okay? They're just fun. What's your problem? Come on, don't be a narc.
And that probably leaves me. Hi, I'm Damien, he, they. And I'm gonna be playing Brody, man. Pronouns they, them. I just like to hang out, my dudes. He's a bit of a social pothead.
And I will be GMing. This is Russell, they, them. We'll be playing a game called Prone to Tangents that I've made myself. I have 2 questions that I thought of in between the session 0 and now. What do you guys think your age range is? Like, are you college friends? Are you people with midlife crises going on? Seniors on your way out?
I think my guy is, like, in his mid-20s. He's not quite sure what he's doing with his life, but that's okay. He doesn't need to know what he's doing with his life. He's 24. Who needs to know anything at 24?
Yeah, I think Patty's around that age, too.
I'm thinking late 20s, like 28. Pretty much that one dude that everybody knows that just is never going to grow up.
The freshman who's been a freshman until he got stale. All right, and the other question is, who do you think brought the old brochure?
Like for this water park?
Yes, the Splash Droid.
I'd be fine being the one holding on to it. I think maybe, this is sort of, the word is that this is the best water park in the galaxy, but now no one's allowed to go there anymore, so, now I gotta go.
You've been holding on to this thing. Maybe you've read it yourself 100 times.
Yeah, I mean, I've definitely read it before.
Perfect. Well, you've taken quite the fantastic voyage to get here, but the landing pad is finally in reach. Looking sort of like a big metal palm attached to a waving arm of glass and steel installed onto the body of a dead god with a water park built in its wreckage. It's actually kind of grim now that you think of it. You came to relive a treasured memory, but all you see is an absurd reminder of the inevitability of your own, oh hey, you've touched down. Time to find Alice and head to the arm that holds the Scepter. The longest water slide this side of... Actually, it's just the largest water slide anywhere.
Fuck yeah, let's go.
I'm sorry, I'm looking through this brochure, which I definitely have read before. Was this thing made by a guy named Neighborkill?
Yes, Richard Neighborkill.
Well, what do we see when we're touching down? Is there anybody there? Are there lights on? Are we outside? What does it look like?
Oh, there's a vast star field around you. You're encapsulated by sort of a force field looking thing. There's sort of a backsplash to the whole thing that looks like fingers, so that the general effect is you're beckoned in by the extremely ancient god of water parks, Dionysus. There are lights on. It seems to be in more of a maintenance mode than an active mode, but you can see things. It's not pitch black.
Well, you brought us here, man. What's next?
Yeah. No, don't worry about it. You got your shit. We're ready to go. Okay. Let's get out. I brought, if we're doing some urban exploring, which is this kind of is, I guess. I got this headlamp on. I know the lights are still kind of working. Let's just get out there. Let's just sort of look around and have a good time.
Sounds fun to me. Why not?
Yeah. So let's, this water slide is the biggest water slide ever made.
Wow.
And I'm going to just light up one of my cigars, and I'm going to sort of shove it in my mouth in just sort of that gross way that you do with a fucking cigar, and sort of gesture forward. So let's fucking find this gal, and let's have a good time.
Good stuff.
Hell yeah.
You exit your ship. It opens like car doors, of course, because that's how the future works.
Of course.
Probably a 4-seater shuttle or something. How do you want to proceed? You just going straight in, or?
Yeah, I don't want to waste any goddamn time.
All right. There's a bit of a gurgle from somewhere on the platform. I think it's up to you guys if you care or not. You can absolutely just head straight in.
Wait, there's a gurgle?
Yeah, a little bit.
What do you mean a gurgle?
It's like, gurgle.
Okay, well, I'm uninterested in that, but maybe somebody else is.
Well, I'm a little curious.
I think it would catch Brody's attention. What's that, man? You hear that?
What is it?
It's pretty dark. It seems like a lump of vaguely humanoid shape and proportion. It's gurgling away. Some sort of protrusion seems to be beckoning to you.
Hey, I think we should check this out.
Upon closer inspection, it turns out to be Alice. They're in rough shape. Parts of them are missing. Others look like they've been left in the sun to bake for decades. His pleading expression and gasping, choking breath tell you that without some serious medical attention, he's not likely to last more than a couple... Oh, actually, he died while I was describing that.
Oh, have any of us seen anyone die before? What kind of galaxy do we live in? Is it a galaxy full of death, or is this very, very shocking?
I think that death is largely behind the veil, as it were. It's certainly all over the place, but your regular civilian's not going to see it too often.
For the health and safety of your family, as well as that of others, Splash Toroid only asks that you follow a few rules. 1. Only play inside park equipment and facilities. That's where all the fun is anyway, silly. 2. No roughhousing. Everybody is here to have a good time. 3. Please don't try to access areas marked as staff only. There's way more to do in public areas. 4. Notify staff of any dry zones. It's the Splash Toroid for a reason.
Yeah, this is bad.
Are you okay, man? What's going on? Hey, I don't think this guy's doing too well, man.
Alice is silent on the matter.
I'm just gonna assume that's the ecstasy hitting and move on with my life. Was it ecstasy or acid? What did I pop before I got here? Not important.
Well, I guess you gotta be careful. But we didn't come here because it was safe. We came here because it was awesome. Does it look like she died in a water slide? I know the answer, but
Would you like to roll something?
Sure. What would I roll for this?
Well, that's up to you. There are 3 stats in the game: brains, brawn, and adulting.
I guess this is probably brain, right?
For sure.
So I'd roll a d6.
If you'd like to add your mask to that, explain how, might be kind of difficult.
I don't think so. I don't think my superiority is going to help with this. So I just roll a d6 because I have 1 in brain.
That is correct.
Okay, I rolled a 1, so I don't know shit.
I don't think there's really any harm on the table here, but
Yeah.
a roll not using your mask means the harm befalls you. A roll using your mask on a failed roll, it falls someone else.
Well, I don't think there's necessarily any harm here. I'm just gonna be like, okay, weird.
I think the harm is more psychological than physical, and that this lump of human matter sort of just turns into a puddle before your eyes. Puddle of flesh and
Ugh.
bone and wet scraps of cloth.
Yeah, I definitely took acid before this.
Wow, man.
Yes. Well, I'm upset by this, but no reason that we need to be stuck on this. Let's find where we're going. Yeah. And you know what? I think I am going to try to get myself sort of hyped up. I am gonna take off my shirt, and I'm just standing there in some swim trunks that I'm wearing.
Perfect. Ready for water-type funds.
Yeah, water times.
Hell yeah.
All right, are you in good shape? Are you a person who regularly wears a shirt while they're swimming?
No, I'm in good shape. I'm like a pretty buff guy, wasted on like long distance due to, all the smoking that I do. But I have muscles. I'm the kind of guy who works out like the muscles that get shown off. I'm working off the showy muscles.
The glam muscles?
My legs aren't great.
Yeah, is there any sort of love triangle going on here?
That did not occur to me.
Nor I.
Nope.
Perfect. You're all just platonic friends. Well, making your way across the catwalk for foot traffic, you're treated to a spectacular vista. The entire outer bulkhead here is made of reinforced space glass, affording you a nearly 360-degree view of the surrounding starfield. Back when the park was operating at full capacity, there would be space facts holographically projected onto the glass. Aside from some sort of flickering fact about shark gestation, you've got a once-in-a-lifetime view of the cold, uncaring void engulfing us all. And pretty stars. The only things blocking your view are the vehicle bridge overhead and the stump where this construct meets up with the body of Dionysus, the extremely ancient Greek god of water parks.
And we don't see anything else moving around here except the, at one point, twitching body.
Well, this would be an internal structure, whereas the landing pad was more external. So you don't even see the dripping remnants of human.
Great. Rules.
God, I hate the way you phrase that.
I guess they wouldn't be dripping, it's less gravity, so they're sort of just floating off into the ether.
Holy shit, that's so much worse.
Dissipating.
Keep your mouth closed, I'll tell you that.
Should I not have taken my shirt off? Cool. How long is it going to take to get across the park? Because I'm just going to walk straight there.
It's just a couple minutes down to the park. What are Patty and Brody doing at this point?
Well, at this point, Brody was actually a little more shaken than they let on.
That's the name of the game, my friend.
While we kind of pause just into the park, they're going to pull out a joint and light one up.
That's fair.
Man, this is a bit freaky. Would you like some? Looking over at Patty.
Nah, I'm good. I've got my own supply. And then she pops another. She doesn't actually know what it is, but it'll probably be fine.
Got mixed up in your purse or something?
Yeah.
Hey, it's party time all the time. Yeah.
Word.
Well, you get to the gate of the park, and it's all just how you remember it, mostly, sort of. Fountains sprang hither and thither, the thrum of the pumps, pipes and water slides clustered so tightly together they almost seem to be a singular cohesive unit, and a faint metallic taste in the air. It does seem to be getting a bit overgrown, and everything feels a little more claustrophobic than it used to. Several times you find yourselves bending under, stepping over, or squeezing through obstructions placed in the weirdest spots. It's probably just because you're adults now. You've all grown up and moved on with your lives. Back to here.
We clearly haven't moved on if we're here.
Yeah.
Well, sure, I guess we just keep going. If there's no immediate threats, let's just keep going.
What could
I
possibly
assume the
go
threats
wrong?
will come at some point.
Getting around the place was always a bit chaotic, and eventually they actually gave up on mapping it. But the constant construction and also, the innate magic, it was sort of a fool's errand.
Oh.
If you're trying to get somewhere, you'll get there eventually.
Cool. Yeah, I love getting lost in the innards of an eldritch monster.
Yeah. I mean, it was quite the time back in the day.
Well,
Wasn't everything?
Yeah. Back in the day when everything was better.
well, if there is no map, how are we supposed to find this water slide?
You'll figure it out.
Do we need to roll to figure it out?
It's certainly an option.
Well, I'm stupid, but I'm gonna roll anyway. I'm gonna roll my brain, because I'm acting like I'm in charge.
Okay.
And I'm going to use my superiority, because I think I'm better than everybody else, and
All right.
that's why I'm the leader. So does that mean I get an extra die?
How exactly does that look?
I'm mostly just acting like I know where I'm going. I know exactly what's going on. Any suggestions otherwise will be ignored. I know exactly what I'm doing, even though I don't.
Perfect.
So does that mean I get an extra die?
Yes, it does.
All right, I rolled a 5 and a 3.
That is a success. Yeah, you managed to make your way into the deeper bowels of the place. It seems like you are going the right way. You can see the scepter off in the distance, which is, a good sign. These things are not the easiest to get around in, but general anatomy still applies. Of course, we all know what the extremely ancient Greek gods look like.
Yeah.
Naturally.
A humanoid of grotesquely elongated head, dotted with several sets of eyes, and a jaw filled with sharp, ragged teeth set atop a proportionally overwide torso.
That tracks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we haven't seen anything else that's trying to kill us, though, because this is probably going to be a relatively uneventful trip outside of that one person who died.
There is something of a weird chlorine scent in the air. Plus, the metallic scent you'd noticed before. But so far, so good.
Yeah, because it's a water park. Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
Really, walking around, you're surprised to see how many things are in perfect working condition.
Awesome.
There's even a gift shop that seems to be pretty well stocked.
Hell yeah. I'm gonna go to the gift shop.
Fantastic. Are you looking for anything particular in the gift shop?
I don't know, a stupid shirt.
Nice.
Drugs. Probably not gonna find drugs. We'll go with the stupid shirt.
Good stuff. Would this be one with Squirts the Squid on it, or perhaps their less popular older mascot, Drippy?
Oh god. You know what? The ones with Drippy are probably worth something. I'll snatch one of those.
That's fair. It's a good plan. You don't need to roll anything for that. Just adding some flavor there. Drippy was a little less popular because it was just a raindrop with an erection and an eye patch.
Oh my god. I was not emotionally prepared for that set of words.
The future's weird, guys. Brody, anything around catching your eye?
Hey, we've been walking around for a little while, guys. We need to take a break and find some food. I could really use a snack right about now, man.
Oh, bet all this tube-shaped meat around you has to be making you pretty hungry. With the walls closing in as well, the same meaty substance, there's got to be something to munch on around. There's absolutely a food court here. Would you like to find it?
Yes.
What would you like to roll?
I think I'm gonna roll brains, and I would like to add my social mask. Hey, Patty, let's go find some munchies.
Sounds fun.
Come on.
Wait, where are you guys going? It's over here. You could see it. Can't you see it?
I rolled a 5.
Success. You find the food court. There's stuff to eat.
I sigh and follow these guys to the food court.
I think this is more like a 3D printed food thing. It's not running on its own, but you can make it work.
Oh, Lord.
Get
the replicators up and running?
I think Brody's gonna start tinkering with one of them.
Okay. I just realized that there's been 2 5s but no 6s roll, which means that there's 2 harm on the table. That's right. We bank harm.
Oh.
Oh no.
Okay, so I'm gonna roll brains for this. I can't figure out how to make this a social thing. Okay, so that was a 6.
Perfect. So it seems like the thing's heating up pretty good and steam's billowing off of it. It makes some hamburgers with no problems whatsoever.
Look at that. Brody's gonna grab one and, well, just a hamburger itself, or like the hamburger patties?
A full hamburger. It's all made of more or
Okay.
less the same stuff, but it is very hamburger shaped and colored.
Does it taste like hamburger?
No, not at all.
Well, it's
Meal's a
something
meal.
at least, man. Oh,
Honestly, this is probably pretty normal for you guys. Disappointing food is not the end of the world.
yeah, it just looks so good, man. Wanted it to taste better.
No, it's gonna taste like shit because this isn't fine made. It's fucking 3D printed. Okay, let's go to the water slide. That's why we're here. Water slide. Huh? Water slide. Biggest one the ever.
Got some food. Let's go. Ow.
Now that you're adults, you know that whole 2 hours after eating thing is complete nonsense.
It's
I
true.
just didn't want
Yeah.
crummy kids getting in pools, which makes sense.
Yeah. Yeah.
So there's really nothing moving around here besides us?
So far, yeah.
Okay, well, let's continue our walk.
All right. Anybody going to usurp Martin here?
Nah, he seems to be doing fine.
Is he?
Let's go.
Let's see the roll.
Oh, I gotta roll again?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna do it. Roll my 2d6. I'm being superior again.
Perfect.
I rolled a 5 and a 2.
All right. 3 harm on the table. If this thing ever ends up appearing, it's going to be real bad.
Okay.
I guess I could just make that a complication instead.
Hmm.
Okay. You have found the scepter. It's great. There's a lot of stairs going up. The problem is that there's a bit of gap. While the plumbing all seems to maintain itself, the architecture, not the same story.
So there's a gap on the way up or on the way down?
On the way up, plumbing maintains itself.
Well, that's fine.
It's like
I mean, it's probably not fine. How far up the stairs can we get before it's bad?
I'm going to say 20 feet. Largest water slide in the ever. It's about a 100-foot climb up some stairs. At one point, there was an elevator, but it kept breaking down, so they had to take it out.
Everybody's shins are going to be so fucking sore by the end of today.
Yeah, because we're going to go on this over and over again. Let's go. All right. I'm just going to start walking up the stairs until I can't anymore.
Yep, and as stated, about 20 feet up, there's a gap in the stairs.
Okay.
How big of a gap?
Enough that you'd probably need to roll to cross it.
Well, again,
Yeah, okay.
yeah, because I am leading the way and feel good about this. And I'm going to look back at these guys and like, come on, it's just a little gap. You can fucking do it. Don't worry about it. And I want to make a jump roll with my body, or brawn, excuse me. Can I use superiority by saying that I'm going to make it. You guys are a bunch of wimps.
Absolutely.
Okay. 644.
You
Nice.
make it across. It's actually impressive. Everybody was thinking maybe you were just kind of a dick and they should abandon you, but you make it across and you make it look so good that they have no choice but to follow.
Yeah. Fucking come on.
All right. Then I'm going to roll, I guess. And I'm going to use my mask for this because, my mask is fun. And
Yeah.
there's fun on the other side of this gap.
That's fair. There definitely is.
So let's fucking do this. Let's fucking go. Okay, so I just rolled snake eyes.
Oh, no.
And you used your mask, correct?
Yeah, so it's somebody else's problem now.
Martin, the stairs that you're standing on have collapsed.
Wait, what?
Yeah, you're jumping around on rickety architecture. What are you expecting to happen, my man? That is 3 harm. As you fall 20 feet onto a bunch of
Wait,
broken architecture.
Because they did a bad job of jumping?
Yes.
Fuck! Jesus! Ah! Fuck! Ah!
Ooh,
Ah!
that doesn't look good.
Ah! Maybe I should
Yeah, I
have been wearing a
definitely see
shirt.
Oh, the shirt wouldn't have done much.
Yeah, I see his ribs. Ooh.
Would have covered it up a little. Okay, scars. People like scars.
That's true.
Okay. The hot people like scars, right?
Well, to a point.
I'm gonna say it's fine.
It's totally fine.
Well, our friend is hurt.
So, Brody, how are you getting across this gap?
Okay, so the stairs, are they freestanding or is one side of the stair against a wall?
I'm imagining, one of those metal spiral staircases that's altogether too tight.
Oh god, I hate those.
Yeah.
Basically, what I'm thinking is Brody is going to try and figure out a way to kind of climb across safely if that's possible.
This sounds like an adulting role.
Well, I rolled a 4.
Oh, I hate everything.
You are able to make it up. The complication being that something up ahead is poking its head out of the pipe that leads into the slide. It's kind of weird looking. It's green, squishy, and sort of Swamp Thing-esque. It's got a weird smell to it as well. Kind of old people crossed with chlorine.
Does it look amorphous or does it look humanoid? Or
A little bit of both.
It's a little bit of both.
Sort of amorphous humanoid.
That's something you don't want to hear.
Amorphous humanoid.
It really
Huh.
is Swamp Thing.
Legally distinct Swamp Thing.
Hey, guys, there's something up there, man. You might want to hurry up.
You motherfuckers. Ugh. All right. Well, lower a rope or something. Or,
Here,
I don't know.
I lower the shirt that I got from the
you're
gift
not-
shop.
You're not in a hole or anything. You're, back on the ground level.
Yeah, I know, but I don't know. Give me something I can grab onto when I jump again.
Just straight to jumping again. Okay.
Yeah, it fucking worked last time. Let's do it again. I'm making the same roll. Making the same roll.
Perfect.
Brody is moving further away from the edge of the gap.
The worst part of this is that I lost my cigar when I fell.
Quote unquote worst.
I rolled 2 5s and a 1.
2 5s and a 1. Okay, this creature is approaching, and you are on the end of the stairs that you want to be. So it's getting closer to you?
I make the jump. Hooah! And there's a creature now.
Yeah, it looks a little awkward, sort of uneven walking. Seems to be something going on with the pipes as well. There's steam boiling out of the slide, filling the air with sort of a hot chlorine sting. It's fine, though. I'm sure it's fine. You guys jump closer.
And this thing is above us,
Yes, it is.
so we'd have to walk by it to get to the top of the slide.
Yes.
All right, out of my way, dumbass. And as I push whoever is between me and the top of the stairs, and I'm just gonna keep walking. I don't care about this thing. I'm just gonna walk past it. It's probably a weird smell. I don't care. I came here to go on this goddamn water slide, and I'm gonna do it.
Perfect. What would you like to roll?
Nothing.
Or alternatively, you could just march straight to the water slide.
I'm walking up to the water slide. No roll.
Okay, I think it's just gonna slap you as you go by for another arm.
What? Ow! The fuck? Okay, that thing is alive. Alive.
Yes, alive. The worst kind of alive.
No, that's my
Alive.
favorite JRPG.
Yeah.
That
great
joke is
music.
hilarious to like 4 people.
But I'm one of those people.
Thank you, Dan.
The sensation is a cross between the sting of chlorine in your eyes and a sunburn on a hot day.
All right. How big is this thing?
It's actually pretty small and not exactly imposing. It'd be almost comical if it weren't for, the billowing steam and the awful sensation in your leg now.
Okay, well, I'm going to go back. Hey, what's the deal with harm? How much harm can I take?
Oh, you didn't take a look at the character sheet there?
Oh, I'm sorry. I was looking at, I made my own character sheet here.
Gotcha.
I'll have to look at the character sheet. I just needed to be reminded, but I guess it's in there, so I don't know. Edit
At
it.
harm 6, we're dead.
Yes.
Okay. So I only have harm 4. It's fine.
Yes. As you're at harm 4, your rolls are at -2 now.
Great. Perfect. Love it. I think I'm just going to fall backwards on the stairs slightly. Fuck me. God damn it. Or actually, no, maybe he slapped me, but could I just keep walking past him after he slaps me?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Why?
Fucking
Why
God
did you do
damn
this?
it. I'm going on this fucking water slide.
You have made it to the water slide, the longest water slide in the universe. So you're probably out of the action for a good 20 minutes or so. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention the water's not on this particular one too.
Wait a minute. Fuck off. What?
Then
The
what's
water's
the point?
not on.
Yeah, so it's just 20 minutes of regular slide.
No, fuck that. Is there a way to turn on the water up here?
Up here? No. Probably somewhere though.
20 minutes of regular slide, that would be painful.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would suck.
Especially with the plastic
Especially if
stuff.
you're not wearing a shirt like an idiot.
Oh boy.
I'm just going to sit down. I'm just going to sit down.
All right, this creature is sort of walking towards you with its weird hobbling gait, arms
To
outstretched.
me? No, I
You're
went
right
past
there.
it.
You're right there, my man. You see that there's no water at the slide and you sit down?
It's just like a little guy. I kick it. It's just a little guy, right?
Perfect. What would you like to
I
roll?
kick it off the edge. I use my brawn to do that.
That makes sense to me.
But I'm at minus dice. The -2 means I roll 2 less dice.
No, it means that your result is -2.
My result is -2. Oh, well, that's bad.
Yeah.
That's fine. I'm gonna roll superiority because I'm better than this thing. It's just a little thing. I don't give a shit.
I understand this.
Better than all of you. I just wanted to go on a water slide today. A 3 and 2 1s.
So that's 2 1s.
And I guess -2, so that's 3 1s, right?
Yes. But you used your mask.
Yeah.
Who do you kick it at?
I'm not aiming for anyone. I'm just like, fuck off.
Oh, absolutely. In not aiming for
Yeah.
anyone, you probably weren't aiming for anything. So
Yeah.
it just ends up where it ends up.
Because that's what I'm picturing is you went to kick it and like you were kind of saying, oh, I'm going to kick it over the edge.
Yeah.
And you weren't able to aim and it ends up flying toward Patty and I.
Oh, yeah, obviously. Obviously it's going towards you. I mean, yeah.
All right. What's Patty been doing for the past, 5 minutes as this farce plays out?
Vibing mostly. Just kind of been watching all this like, wow, what the fuck? But now there's like a slimy green dude coming at us at high speed.
I think you sort of boot it up to the edge and it sort of gloops over. It's falling down, hitting stuff as it goes, bouncing off the walls. Eventually, it just ends up on Patty.
I'm gonna try and avoid that.
No avoiding in this one.
Then I'm gonna like smack it away.
I think you take one harm because there was none banked. It just hits the ground with a wet splurch, but doesn't move after that.
I killed it single-handedly.
Accurate.
I killed it single-footingly.
Yeah, you contributed.
One hand, one foot. Single-handedly, single-footedly. It's fine.
I don't think either of us know what those terms mean. In fact, I don't even think one of those terms is a real term.
No, I went to college, okay? I know.
Brody, what are you up to?
I think Brody's gonna like walk up to the thing and like just gonna find like a loose piece of metal and start poking at this thing with it.
Is there anything in particular you'd like to determine?
Is it dead? And is it acidic? Like, is it like eating through stuff slowly?
Your molecular acid sort of deal.
Yeah, is it some sort of acid? Or like, is it like, because I'm assuming it has something to do with chlorine based on like the description of smell. And, Brody is kind of smart.
All right. I will have you roll something, no harm on the table, just to see what sort of information you might get.
Okay, they are rolling brains.
It's definitely dead, which is for the best. As you're poking, a pustule burst, spilling something red and meaty onto the ground. It's kind of just gross, squishy. It doesn't seem to be eating through, your surroundings. Knowing a bit about acids and bases, this thing seems to be more basic than acidic.
You're basic.
Yep.
It's a human insult. It's devastating. You're devastated. Someone will get my jokes, I swear.
I believe it.
We should probably look at turning on the water, man. Then you can go down your slide.
Could one of you guys turn on the water? I'm just gonna sit here for a second. My leg hurts.
Okay, have fun. Okay, let's go find the water.
Okay, well, be safe, man.
Yeah, there's a wailing from somewhere nearby, a not quite human screech of anguish or terror or rage. That's just a thing that's happening. Patty and Brody gonna go look for water stuff?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm going to lay down sort of in the part where you get into the slide, but before it starts pushing itself down, and I'm just going, fuck.
Yeah, there must have been some water left in that little trough that was steaming when that thing crawled out of it. Otherwise, bone dry. Actually, probably somewhat warm. Just, steam heating.
It feels good.
Yeah, it brings you back to laying in the sun as a kid, hanging out by the pool. Now you're in your 20s. This is pretty good. You're having fun.
Greetings, boils, ghouls, and non-boonaries all. Yes, I do hate myself for borrowing Daniel's signature bad pun, but that's beside the point. Right now, it's pilot season here at Daniel's Dread Tales, meaning that we're doing a series of one-shots that could easily be launched into longer campaigns. There's nothing spookier than an unfinished story, after all, so join us at our Discord where we'll be launching votes on which pilots we pick up for syndication, so to speak. The link for our Discord is in the description, and we'd love to have you.
So who's leading the way now? Sounds like both of you.
I guess me. Now, I can take point on this one.
Okay.
Let's start poking around and see what we find.
Perfect. What would you like to roll for that?
I guess brains?
All right.
And I am doing it in the service of finding the fun, so I feel like I can add my mask.
That's a bit of a stretch. I think you want to be doing something
fair
fun
enough.
in the moment.
Okay. And this place probably has lost its sense of childlike wonder, so...
Hey, that's up to you.
Well, I am having fun exploring, aside from the wails of ungodly anguish that are not coming from a human being.
I didn't say they were ungodly.
Oh, I see what you've done here. Yeah, I see where you're going with this. Okay, fair enough. Yeah, I'm having fun.
That's
I'll use my mask, because, it's a good time. 2 and a 6.
All right, success with no complication.
Awesome.
Yeah.
In your brain, 2 electrons. They line up. You can almost see them. Plumbing. Work. Plumbing. Work. Staff. You find your way to a staff door.
Fuck yeah. I'm a genius.
It's perfect. If anywhere is going to lead you to how to turn water on, it's probably the people who turn the water on.
That makes sense. Yeah.
It tracks.
So you make your way through the atrium to a staff door. Things here are a lot weirder. There's some semblance of human architecture in the general public areas, but this is a meat hallway. You found a meat hallway. There's pipes
Joy.
in there, but it's a bad trip, I guess is what it is. Patty's on drugs. She knows she's on drugs. None of this is real, right?
Yeah, of course.
It's so squishy in here, man. That wall, it feels like skin. Reach out and touch this. It feels weird.
Yeah,
Walls
okay.
don't feel like that, do they?
They shouldn't.
Excellent.
This is weird, man. We should find that water switch.
The scepter, being a fairly important part of infrastructure within this park, has its own labeled massive pipe. So you don't need to do anything too fancy to find your way to the source.
Hell yeah.
Onward to horror!
Let's do it.
All right, you find your way to sort of a general plumbing work pipe room, beating away as though the innards of the thing are waking up once more. There's biological matter all over the dang place, and it's kind of, is squishy. This big squish place.
Fuck yeah.
I knew I should have written a description for this one. It's a big squish place.
I love big squish places.
So, what would you like to do in this room? Overgrown is a good way to describe it.
Does it hamper our ability to follow the scepter pipe all the way to its shutoff valve?
Well, you can find the valve. It's reaching it that's something of a challenge.
What stands in our way?
Just, eggs, and just the compression of the walls.
Eggs.
Eggs?
Oh, right, there's eggs here. Well, clearly that thing that you ran into wasn't the only one around. There's lots of eggs in here. Many of them are open. It's kind of weird that you didn't run into any on the way in. I guess you just rolled better than I expected, but system's sort of made that way anyway.
And what do these eggs look like?
Sort of green, also squishy. You can see things moving around within. Oh, I guess we should probably go back to Martin for a moment. The area you were slapped on is starting to swell up. Like sort of a weird blister.
Oh, man. Gross.
Yeah.
Fucking gross.
It's continuing to sting, and
I'm gonna use... Oh, this is a bad idea. I have a lighter.
Oh, don't. Please don't.
I'm gonna burn it a little to make sure that it's not infected.
That's not how that works.
Well, I'm an idiot.
well, it is about a hand-sized region on your leg.
Yeah, I'm just gonna hold up my lighter to it to just sort of like burn out all the bad stuff on it.
Okay, this will take a bit. What would you like to roll? I guarantee you this is not adulting.
No.
Yeah. Brawn. Because it's gonna hurt a little bit,
Fair.
but it's fine. I don't think this is an issue of superiority. I think it's just rolling 2 brawn.
All right.
But I don't want to get infected by this thing. I rolled a 4, though I guess that's actually much lower than that.
That would be a 2.
I shouldn't roll dice.
It's true. You shouldn't.
Not when you can't apply your mask, anyway.
Okay. So I achieved nothing. I probably just hurt myself a little.
Yeah, I think that's kind of just what happens. And what was always going to happen there. I'm gonna hold a lighter next to a wound.
You gotta kill the germs!
I think you do kill the germs. And also, it
Hell
hurts,
yeah.
It hurts like a, I had a word in mind when I started that. It's gone now. We'll never know. Anyway, back to Brody and Patty.
Hey, Patty. What do
Yo.
you think we should do about those eggs?
There's a popping sound. Sort of a screech, a squeal. I think squeal describes it better. It's like, and smaller version of the small thing that you ran into earlier appears from one of the eggs. So, Martin, what are you doing on the slide? Just hanging out?
Yeah, I guess. I guess I'm still covered in acid burns, right?
Oh, yes.
And taking a lighter to myself did not fix it in any way, shape, or form.
Well, it might be too early to tell, or it might have just been a really bad idea.
Well, I'm sure it couldn't have been a bad idea because it was my idea, and I only have good ideas. Let's see. And the water's not running?
Not yet. We'll see if it happens.
I guess, what do I do? The brochure, right? I have the brochure.
You do. We established that up top.
We did establish that on top, and I glanced at it a little bit, and then I didn't do anything with it.
The wonders of technology mean that your brochure is a tiny disc that emits hard light and reads itself. Advances in miniaturization mean that the disc has become so small over time, it's virtually impossible not to get minor frostburn from handling the hard light for too long, and frankly, the audio quality is less than stellar, but it's so compact.
Another feature of the environment provides Rebrella the opportunity to constantly build more rides for the enjoyment of our guests.
The rest is water stain. Weirdly enough, those still affect holograms, and nobody's really expecting that.
Well, I'm still like 87% convinced it's a hallucination, so I'm gonna punt it.
Perfect.
Hell yeah. Yes.
What would you like to roll?
I'm gonna roll brawn. I've always wanted to punt a monster into space, to be honest.
Fair.
I don't know if I can justify that as an excuse to use my mask for it, but I don't think I can, so we'll just see what happens.
I feel like if you're punting it just to get it away from you, probably not. If you're punting it to see just how far you can kick it, maybe.
Can I say that I'm punting it just to see how far I can kick it? Because I'm not convinced it's real.
That's fair.
I fucking rolled snake eyes again.
How is that possible?
Ow.
I don't know. I don't know.
All right. So, you go to punt it. You miss. It lunges towards you. It misses too, and it hits Brody, who takes 1 harm.
Ow. So,
Oh, wait. So he reacts to that?
that's not cool.
Wait, you can see those too? Oh, shit.
Yeah.
What was that? I couldn't hear you over more eggs popping.
Oh, shit.
So, Brody has the bright idea to grab one of the unbroken eggs and throw it at one of these that have just hatched.
All right.
I would like to roll brains for that.
Okay. Are you applying your mask?
Yes. So one of the ones that he's going to aim at is, or they're going to aim at, is one that's closer to Patty.
Okay.
Patty, I'll help you. And throws this egg. Well, it would have been a 6, but with my -1, it turns into a 5.
Do you have 2 harm total?
I do not. I have 1.
Okay, so you wouldn't take the -1 just yet.
Oh, okay. So cool. I got a 6.
All right. Success with no complications. Actually, it's sort of gruesome as you throw this egg at its peers. The egg smashes open, and they begin to fight to the death, apparently. These things are not particularly discerning in their targets.
Huh. It's kind of like Pokemon, man. And they're going to grab another one. I can do this like after Patty, but like essentially what the intent is they're going to grab another one and try it again.
Okay.
So Patty, if you have anything you want to do, I can hold off on that, but yeah.
Well, now that Patty is aware that these things actually exist, her priority has shifted to just finding the water valve already and then getting the fuck out.
All right. What would you like to roll?
Brains feels right for trying to find a thing.
Now, is this brains or fun brains?
I can't justify this as fun.
Okay.
Patty is now aware of the gravity of the situation.
That one moment of lucidity.
I got a 4,
All right.
which I believe is a success.
Yeah, you
Is
squeeze
it-
your way between some of these fleshy protrusions encasing this valve and manage to turn on the water. Which comes as a great relief to Martin, who's just burned himself for a while.
We all know of the reputation public water recreation facilities have for contaminants. But here, on the Splashtoid, we have a no-pee guarantee. Due to the unique properties of the Splashtoid, all water in the park is self-cleaning and self-circulating. Don't believe it? Just ask Squirts.
Je suis une créature de salé. C'est tous existences to my belly.
You said it, Squirts. Nothing but fresh, clean water.
Oh, now there's water.
Dumbass.
Yes,
Oh,
there is
shit.
water.
How's the pressure? Do I get shunted down the slide without me realizing it as I'm like slightly starting to fade out while I'm laying here?
You know, I like that image, so we're going to say yes.
Ah!
Bye, asshole.
It's everything I wanted. Probably not actually.
All right. Complication. Oh, yeah, you're stuck. Compression.
Wait, I'm
it's a
stuck
thing.
in the thing? In the... Oh,
Patty
Patty's
is
stuck.
stuck.
Okay. I thought I was stuck
Ah,
in the
shit.
slide.
And Brody was going to chuck another egg, as I recall.
Yes.
How's that going for you?
Hey, Patty, I'll keep him off you, man. And throws another one. Because I'm assuming when she went to the valve, some of them probably still went after her.
They've kind of been concerned with fighting to the death themselves. You see that as one defeats a rival, it grows larger itself.
Oh no.
Oh, neat. And yeah, you can throw another one.
All right.
And using mask.
Yep.
That's a 5.
All right.
And after throwing this one, Brody's gonna go run over to try and help Patty out of her predicament.
This is appreciated.
So, the success, absolutely. You throw this egg into this melee of, squabbling creatures. The complication is that there has now developed a clear winner. After eating its siblings, it's more or less person-sized. It just crouches down on the ground and eats this egg you've just thrown, and you're off to go help Patty.
But I fed him, man, so he's gonna be nice to me, right?
Or hungry.
But I just fed him, man.
Yeah.
Okay.
Man, this better be the best water slide on the fucking planet for all we're going through.
It's the best water slide in the universe.
I guess so, yeah.
Hell yeah.
Thwack.
Thwack.
Yeah, that's the lighter.
Ah.
Right then. So, are co-op roles a thing in this system?
I don't see why they can't be.
Alright, let's get me out of this mess.
Oakley dokley. Brody is going to use their brains to figure out the best way to leverage Patty out of the squeezy bit she found her way into.
Okay.
And, Patty's gonna use her brawn to try and get out as best she can.
All right.
And I think by the nature of this, it would count as a use of my social mass.
That's fair. Well, I think since lack of cooperation is sort of the key theme of the game, certainly we need to figure out who takes the harm, if that's what happens. But there's going to be a lot of dice on the
Somehow
table
I
here.
feel I'm going to end up taking the harm. Like, somehow it's going to get thrown into the water slide with me.
Oh, that should absolutely be an option.
Good job, Dan. You
Giving them
screwed yourself.
ideas.
I think players should decide who the harm befalls in this case.
I mean, I'm the one stuck between pipes. It kind of makes sense if it were me.
Yeah, well, if I failed, it would be befalling you anyway.
Yeah.
Because I'm using my social mask. Or I'm using my mask, rather.
All right.
All right.
I think we'll just add 2 harm to the pool for a cooperative role.
Oh boy.
It's not necessarily going to default anyone. You could succeed. There's a lot of dice at play here.
Yeah?
Yeah, 3 dice. All right. Well, I rolled a 3, so I'm not helping.
I rolled a 5.
Nice.
Success
I'm
with
on
a
a water
complication.
slide.
There are now 3 harm in the pool.
Oh God.
Someone may die.
All right, fantastic. Slide is active. There's also a monster directly behind you. It doesn't seem the friendliest sort, with its siblings running down its face, patchy hair and weird gloop pouring off it.
Maybe we should go.
So are there more eggs around us by chance?
I would say underfoot for Patty, not exactly the easiest to access.
But Patty is out of the...
Yes, Patty is released.
Okay. And it's between us and the exit.
Yeah, sort of had to dive in a little to actually get a handle on Patty.
That's fair.
Nuts.
Okay. Brody's going to take a second. Wait, does it look like this thing has a face at all?
There's certainly what could be described as a face. Obviously, it's got a mouth. It's been doing a lot of eating.
What that mouth do?
Brody is going to think he's being very smart, or they're being very smart, and they're going to pull out a joint, light it, take the biggest toke they can, and blow it right in this thing's face to
Perfect.
try and maybe distract it? Hopefully, potentially get it high? You never know.
Oh, Christ, maybe that's what our vices are. Once per session or whatever, you get to do something incredibly stupid based on your vice. And it gets to
Seems
maybe
good to me.
work. Yeah.
Yeah, sounds like fun, honestly.
You
It
would say that,
seems
Patty.
like something that would happen in a shitty movie. So,
Yeah,
Look, I've been treating this whole thing like a stoner horror
Yeah,
comedy.
exactly.
So
perfect.
So I would like to roll brains for that.
Sure.
It's social because I'm sharing.
Absolutely. That's the logic of this stoner movie.
mm-hmm.
And that's a 5.
Interesting. So, this thing's gone pretty docile. Absolutely. This is a success with a complication. Complication being, when you're so high, you sort of get, like, jitters?
Mm.
That's happening all around you.
Like, all of the flesh is jittering.
Yes. If Patty were still trapped in the wall there, she would be crushed immediately.
Oh, cool.
Oh.
We got the god. We got the dead god we're inside of high. Great.
Nice.
Is it though?
That's awesome, man.
Is it though?
Hey, not every day you can say you got a god high,
is
man.
everything
You
shaking?
don't know my life.
For
Well, that's
instance,
true.
like this
That's
cool water
true.
slide.
Yeah.
Okay. By the way, does it rule? Does this water slide rule, or does it kind of suck? You can be honest.
Oh, it rules. It absolutely rules.
Hell yeah. Okay. Great.
You are tempted to go back on despite the danger and getting, injured so many
This
times.
thing fucking rules. Ugh.
Worth it.
Where'd those guys go? I mean, I'm glad both of them helped me out. Huh. Oh. I don't really want to jump up the stairs again. I'm just sort of wander a little bit trying to find you guys. I'm being like, hey,
Oh,
hello?
I think you can absolutely be done the slide, but I think it's long enough that the next time we see you is probably in a post-credit scene.
Oh, I'm still on the slide. I thought you said I was off. I thought you said I was going to get off of it. I'm fine to be on the slide still. That's fine. Okay, that's cool.
Longest in the universe. People took that as a challenge and they failed.
Pass a few skeletons that have just like embedded into the like plastic / flesh of the slide.
The slide has been
They
described
didn't
as
make
plastic.
it.
The fact that it is plastic is probably why the water's not still running through it, actually. So, Patty and Brody, how's it going over there? Getting jostled around a bit, I'll bet.
Yeah, this is weird, man. We should probably get out of here. Have fun nibbling on your egg siblings, man.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
You
we
know
should
another thing
go.
that happens when you're high?
Munchies.
Nah.
Oh, we should really go.
Yeah, I think as you say that, you see it dig into the flesh of the wall surrounding you.
Yeah, let's leave. We're leaving. I'm leaving. Let's get the fuck out.
Man, he's really hungry.
Indeed.
And yeah, it's time to go find
Where
Martin.
does the slide
you're-
come
you're-
out?
What?
That's a good question. I did not expect someone to be on the slide partway through the game, so I didn't even
Wherever
describe
is
that.
most convenient, I guess, or inconvenient.
Yes, absolutely. Wherever's convenient. So, right in the atrium. So you guys exit the staff area. Everything's jiggling around. Martin comes out of the slide. Actually, I can't say what Martin says. Martin says what Martin says.
Oh, shit, son! That is a water slide! All right, take back everything I said about you guys. You guys got the water going. This is great. You guys got to try this out. Wait, what happened?
Well, there were more of those things. The green things, which, as I recently discovered, are not real and a product of whatever the hell I just
They're
took.
not real? I think I
So,
saw
like,
them.
No,
Yeah, no,
that thing
I'm
was
saying they
real,
are
man.
real.
Okay.
Oh,
I didn't think they
Okay,
were.
got it.
And anyway, we kind of got
Yeah, no,
a
they're
bit
real.
attacked.
You just kick them. It's fine. I kicked one and I killed it.
Yeah, anyway, they all one of them just started eating all the others, and now it's like human-sized, and then Brody got it high. So
yeah. It was pretty awesome, man. You can go in and check.
please don't.
I'm good.
It is nibbling on
But
the
you
wall.
guys got to
currently,
try this
man.
water slide.
Yeah, okay.
Good reaction.
Yeah, let's check it out, man.
It takes a while. But it's like totally worth it. It is truly like nothing you have ever experienced. Well, actually, it's kind of like a water slide, but longer.
No way. Let's fucking do
Fucking
it.
do it.
Okay, man.
Are we gonna have to roll again to get back up there?
So you make your way to the scepter.
Yeah.
The warnings about steep drops, not recommended for pregnant women, and terminal velocity don't scare you, nor does the prospect of walking back for a second or third go. The only thing you can say once you get on,
We.
It rules.
Fuck yeah.
This is great,
Totally
man.
worth it.
Hell yeah.
Thanks for listening to Daniel's Dread Tales. If you enjoyed the episode, head on over to your local internet and give us a rating, why not? We've also got a Twitter and a YouTube and a Discord where you can stop in and say, hey, hello, I'm a listener, hi, and participate in the upcoming vote to determine which of these pilots gets launched into Daniel's Dread Tales' first campaign. This episode featured Daniel as Martin, Damien as Brody, and Nathan as Patty, with yours truly GMing and editing. You can find Daniel on Twitter at LOTR_Daniel, Damien on Twitch at Magical Hack, and Nathan has another podcast, Little Kingdom Hearts Ditty, called Forgotten Eras. All of these will have links in the show notes, so make sure to send us your drippy fan art. Additionally, a special thanks to James D'Amato's Ultimate World Building Guide and Renee McCracken for inspiring parts of this setting for this episode, Alex Grohl on Pixabay for some additional music, Renee McCracken for providing the brochure voice, and Dieter von Griefenberg, Conrad Northeast, and Renee McCracken for participating in the playtest. Last episode of the year, and I talk too fast anyway, so let's get everybody Our podcast logo is by Trin at Tea Time Witch on Twitter. Our podcast theme is by Harley C. Webster on SoundCloud. Thanks to Jay Jones, Andrew Dickinshire, Michael Fernandez, Kevin Hendricks, Chris Lackey, and Mike Christensen for guesting on the show over the course of the year. And the same to all our IBN friends like Lab, Chell, Shannon, and Matt, who you'll be hearing more from soon. Daniel's Dread Tales is a proud member of the Imaginary Broadcast Network.
It's as real as you want it to be.
And until next time, keep feared and have run. Then, of course, we go to the post-credits. You guys are getting stoned with the monster, looking at the sky as the world crumbles around you. It wasn't the biggest around, and that one is now consuming the flesh of its parent. That's the thing about gods. They don't stay dead.